Next on Hollywood clowning black women.
Oh, hey. Hello, everyone. Welcome to another episode of Hollywood clowning black women. In today's episode of Hollywood clowning black women, I got a message that was sent to me on Twitter by a Mr. Burt Wicks. That is his Twitter handle. It's at Burt Wicks. It's Robert Wicks. And in the message he sent me, it said, Jimmy Kimmel gets pranked at his own wedding. Now, I was curious about how Jimmy Kimmel got pranked. Now, of course, there's nothing in this cup because there was nothing in the kettle. Now, what I am doing is trying to get my acting chops together for tomorrow. And speaking of acting and chops, the person that pranked Mr. Kimmel at his wedding was none other than the big pork chop herself, Mrs. Gabrielle Sidibe. Now, what I'm going to do is show you guys a picture of Gabrielle Sidibe at this wedding and let you see how it was that she was pranked. So go ahead and show a picture. Still pretending. Anyway, you see the picture. She's in full wedding regalia. Gown, train, and veil. And while she's in the wedding regalia, the joke was this. Jimmy Kimmel was waiting on his blushing, white, slim bride-to-be to come down the aisle. Well, the bride decided to play the joke and have Gabrielle Sidibe walk down the aisle and have everyone hilariously laugh at Miss Gabrielle Sidibe coming down looking like the Michelin woman. Now, of course, she gladly did this, but here's the question I want to ask you. Would it have been a joke had he had, I don't know, Gwen Stefani walk down there? Would it have been a joke had he had, Gwyneth Paltrow, any fine, nice-looking white woman that came down the aisle? Now, of course, this was on the Huffington Post, and people on the Huffington Post were going back and forth. And the white people were saying it was freaking hilarious. Because that's what they do when mammies decide to act out their mammy-ish behavior. Flap them flapjacks. But don't you understand that this just goes back to this culture of black women deciding to clown themselves in front of white people, especially in front of white men, because black women will do whatever they can to get in the presence. Now, white people were saying, why are you making so much of this? Because some of the fat black women were catching on. They were getting it. They were saying she's making herself look bad. She's playing the ugly bride. Well, you can't really get mad at her for that, because in every movie she plays the ugly bride. In every script she's not been the chick that people want to get with. She's the joke. There's nothing wrong with that, because typically a big fat girl walking around like that is pretty much a joke. I'm sorry, fat girls, but you look kind of funny. You look weird when you're just big and fat and just stuffed up in yourself like this. It's not sexy. It's not even healthy. Screw the way it looks. How about the way it makes you feel and what it does to your body? The question is, why is she so comfortable in front of an audience full of white people, making a fool out of herself for free? This wasn't even a role. This reminds me of the woman in the Zimmerman case. This was not even a paid job. You were just there to be made a fool of at the behest of the white woman who asked you to do it. And why would you want the idea of you being married to anyone labeled as a prank? Anyway, I want to get you guys' thoughts on this. Do you think that she went too far? Would this be an example of cooning? Or would this just be an example of having fun? I don't know. You tell me. I'm Tommy Sotomayor, and this has been another episode of Hollywood Clowning Black Women. Thank you. Oh, it's motherfucking hot! Ah!
slaves and hoes. Many intelligent black men seem to look uncivilized when on the screen. Like I guess I figure you to play some jigaboo on the plantation. What else can a nigga do? And black women in this profession, after playing a lawyer, out of the question. For what they played, Aunt Your Mama is the perfect term. Even if now she got a perm. Burn Hollywood, burn.